Let's now see how to make the cannon, which was probably placed on the tower terrace in the watchtower area and could be moved in the direction of the various loopholes to fight the advancing enemy. Again, this is all an assumption, and we are still talking about cannons of not excessively large range. First, we hide all superfluous objects in the scene with the shortcut H. And we insert a cylinder into the scene, to which we give approximately 19 vertices, rotated along the y-axis by 19 degrees. So R, Y, 19. And scale it approximately 0.6 by 0.6 by 0.7. In this way, we are starting from the final end of the cannon, to which we will then add the other parts that make it up by extrusion. Now let's modify this first element, so we place ourselves in the top view. We make cuts to make the cannon as realistic as possible. In edit mode, we press Ctrl R and I make cuts at the end, like this. Then we extrude the faces along the normals and extrude them by selecting all of them with option of 0.02. We go to make one more cut and extrude the last faces by 0.02. Then we round the final part through the inset faces and click GX. With simple cuts, we have therefore created the most extreme part of the cannon. Now let us also make other cuts, considering that the cannon is composed of several barrels intersected internally with each other. So we are going to create the interlocking point. With Ctrl R we create one more cut at this height. Place in the top view for more precision. Select all faces and extrude again according to the normals of 0.25. With inset faces of 0.08, we create the face from which we will extrude the central part of the cannon. So we extrude along the x-axis by 0.7 minus. Having achieved this, we create further cuts at the end. Ctrl R, we extrude by 0.25 and create a face of 0.8. This time we extrude it more by about 1.2. Now we create a first cut here, and then we will see how, on the other end, the cannon had a funnel-like shape. With Ctrl R we create the first cut here, we extrude by 0.25, and at this point we create a cut at this height. Which we scale inward with S. With another cut and extrusion, we go to detail this funnel-shaped part. We create an additional shrinkage here. And with an inset create faces 0.04 and then 0.17. We move this face along the x-axis outward, and now we remove it. Through the bridge edge loops, we now close the created shape, selecting the upper edges with the lower edges, holding down Option and Shift. Finally, here we join the end edges, creating a single face.